Imagine reaching into your pantry for a perfectly cured onion grown right in your backyard. No more grocery store runs for this kitchen staple. Growing your own onions is incredibly rewarding and surprisingly straightforward. It adds a fresh, robust flavor to your cooking that store-bought varieties often lack. Plus, it's a fantastic way to boost your self-sufficiency. Let's unlock the secrets to a bountiful onion harvest. The most critical factor for North American gardeners is understanding day length. Onions are categorized by how much daylight they need to form bulbs. Planting the wrong type for your region will result in beautiful greens, but no bulbs. Short-day onions bulb when they receive 10 to 12 hours of daylight. These are ideal for southern states, typically USDA Zone 7 and warmer. They mature quickly in milder winters. Intermediate-day onions need 12 to 14 hours of daylight. These are versatile and perform well across a wide band of the country, from the Mid-Atlantic to the Pacific Northwest. Many popular varieties fall into this category. Long-day onions require 14 to 16 hours of daylight to bulb. They are best suited for northern states and Canada, generally USDA Zone 6 and colder. Planting these too far south will prevent proper bulbing. Always check your specific region and choose varieties accordingly. This single step is key to your success. Selecting the right onion type ensures your plants receive the necessary light cues. You have 3 main options for starting onions: seeds, sets, or transplants. Each has its advantages and disadvantages. Starting from seed offers the widest variety selection and is the most economical. However, it requires patience, as seeds take longer to mature. Start them indoors 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost date. Onion sets are small, immature bulbs from the previous year. They are convenient and quick to establish. Sets are less prone to disease and are a good choice for beginners. Transplants are young onion plants, often sold in bundles. They offer a head start similar to sets, but usually provide better bulb quality and size. Transplants are a popular choice for many gardeners. Onions thrive in full sun, meaning at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Choose a location in your garden that receives ample light throughout the growing season. Good air circulation is also beneficial. Well-draining soil is absolutely essential for onions. They do not tolerate soggy conditions, which can lead to rot. If your soil is heavy clay, amend it generously with organic matter. Compost, well-rotted manure, or other organic materials improve soil structure and drainage. Aim for a slightly acidic to neutral soil pH between 6.0 and 7.0. A soil test can confirm your pH levels. Prepare your bed by loosening the soil to a depth of at least 6 inches. Remove any weeds or large rocks. A finely tilled, fertile bed provides the best environment for root development. When planting seeds, sow them about ½ inch deep and 1 inch apart. Once seedlings emerge, thin them to 2 to 4 inches apart. This spacing allows for proper bulb development. For onion sets, plant them so the top of the set is just below the soil surface. Space them 4 to 6 inches apart in rows that are 12 to 18 inches apart. Deeper planting can hinder bulbing. Transplants should be planted about 1 inch deep. Space them 4 to 6 inches apart, similar to sets. Ensure the roots are spread out in the planting hole. Water thoroughly after planting to settle the soil around the roots. Consistent moisture is important during the initial growth phase. Avoid overcrowding, as this reduces bulb size. Onions are relatively low maintenance, but benefit from consistent care. Regular watering is crucial, especially during dry spells and when bulbs are forming. Aim for about 1 inch of water per week. Avoid overhead watering if possible, as wet foliage can encourage fungal diseases. Drip irrigation or soaker hoses are excellent options. Reduce watering as harvest approaches. Onions are heavy feeders, so fertilize them every few weeks with a balanced fertilizer. A nitrogen-rich fertilizer is beneficial early in the season to promote strong foliage growth. Switch to a lower nitrogen, higher phosphorus and potassium fertilizer as bulbs begin to swell. Weeding is paramount. Onions have shallow root systems and compete poorly with weeds for nutrients and water. Hand pull weeds carefully to avoid disturbing the onion roots. A light layer of mulch can help suppress weeds and retain soil moisture. Common onion pests include thrips and onion maggots. Thrips are tiny insects that feed on foliage, causing silvery streaks. Onion maggots tunnel into the bulbs, leading to rot. Good sanitation and crop rotation are your first lines of defense. Remove plant debris and avoid planting onions in the same spot year after year. Row covers can protect young plants from pests. Fungal diseases like downy mildew and purple blotch can occur in humid conditions. Ensure good air circulation and avoid overhead watering. Remove and destroy any infected plants promptly. Choose disease-resistant varieties whenever possible. Healthy plants are always more resilient to pest and disease pressures. Monitor your plants regularly for any signs of trouble. Knowing when to harvest is key to successful storage. Onions are ready when their tops begin to yellow and fall over naturally. This usually happens in mid to late summer, depending on your planting time. Once about half to two-thirds of the tops have fallen, you can gently bend over the remaining upright tops. This signals the plant to stop putting energy into foliage and direct it into bulb development. Wait about a week after the tops have fallen before harvesting. Loosen the soil around the bulbs with a garden fork. Gently pull the onions from the ground, being careful not to bruise them. Bruised onions will not store well. Harvest on a dry, sunny day if possible. This helps kickstart the curing process. Curing is a critical step for long-term storage. Lay your harvested onions in a single layer in a warm, dry, well-ventilated area. A shed, garage, or covered porch works well. Leave the tops and roots intact during curing. The necks should dry completely, and the outer skins will become papery. This process typically takes 2 to 4 weeks. Once cured, trim the roots and cut the tops back to about 1 inch above the bulb. Store your cured onions in a cool, dry, dark place with good air circulation. Braid them or place them in mesh bags. Properly cured and stored onions can last for several months, providing you with fresh flavor all winter. Avoid storing them in plastic bags, which can trap moisture and lead to spoilage. Start planning your onion patch today. Enjoy the satisfaction of adding your own fresh, flavorful onions to every meal. Happy gardening!